Jimin Jungkook's voice cracked, his guilt pouring into every word. I didn't mean for this to happen. I save it, Jimin snapped. Albert told you she betrayed you, that she married you to take you down, and you believe him without even giving her a chance to explain. He shook his head, his voice rising. Look at the state she is in now. My sister, the woman who gave you her entire heart, is bleeding because of your stupidity. Jungkook's jaw tightened and he finally lifted his gaze to meet Simin. I will make this right, he said, his voice trembling but firm. I swear to you, I will fix everything. Jimin scooped bitterly. You have done enough. She is staying with us now. I won't let you near her again. You have lost the right to call her yours. Jungkook's heart sank at the finality in Jimin's tone. But before he could respond, the doctor emerged from the operating room. Both men turned to face him, their hearts pounding. Stable, the doctor announced. The bullet missed any major organ and her baby is unharmed. She will make a full recovery, but she needs rest and minimal stress. Relief flooded Jungkook, but it was short-lived as Jimin declared that you're not seeing her, Jimin said coldly before disappearing into the room where Wine lay. Wine's face was pale, her body weak, but her eyes were sharp as Jimin sat beside her, relaying what had happened. When Jungkook tried to enter the room, she turned her face away, refusing to even look at him. Her rejection cut deeper than any bullet could. Jungkook stood frozen in the doorway, his chest tight as he whispered, I am sorry. But she didn't respond, her silence louder than any words. Jungkook clenched his fist, his mind racing. He had to make things right. The first thing Jungkook did was deal with Albert. The man had planted the seed of doubt in his mind was no longer breathing by the end of the week. Jungkook made sure Albert paid for every lie, every manipulation. But the revenge wasn't enough. He knew he needed to prove himself to Ryan. For weeks, Jungkook showed up at the hospitals every day. He brought fresh flowers, handwritten letters, and gift for the baby. He sat outside her room for hours, hoping for a chance to speak to her. When she was discharged and moved back in with her family, he didn't stop. He sent Jimin updates on how he was dismantling the rival factions that had tried to turn them against each other. He worked tirelessly to ensure Ryan and their child would never be in danger again. 1 month later, cries of newborn filled the room as Ryan gave birth to a healthy baby girl. She held the tiny life in her arms, tears streaming down her face. She was beautiful, with Jungkook dark eyes and her own soft features. Jungkook waited outside the hospital room, his heart racing. Jimin finally stepped out, his expression unreadable. She wants to see you, Jimin said after a long pause. Jungkook entered the room cautiously, his eyes logging into Ryan. As she cradled their daughter, she looked up at him, her expression guarded but no longer cold. Her name is Hana, Ryan said softly, glancing down at her baby. Jungkook approached, his hand trembling as he reached out. She is beautiful, he whispered. For a moment, silence hung between them. Then Ryan looked at him, her voice trembling. Why? Jungkook knelt beside her, tears spilling from his eyes. Because I was a coward, he admitted. I let my own fears blind me. I believed lies instead of trusting the woman I love, and I will spend the rest of my life making it up to you, Ryan, to both of you. Her gaze softened as she saw the sincerity in his eyes. The man before her wasn't the cold, ruthless mafia lord she had once feared. He was a broken man, desperate to fix the damage he had caused. I see you have been trying, she murmured. I will never stop, he promised, his voice breaking. Not until you forgive me, not until I have earned the right to be with you again. One lips quivered and she let out a shaky breath. You have hurt me, Jungkook, but I can see how much you love us, and I want our daughter to grow up with a father. Jungkook's heart swelled up as she finally placed Hana in his arms. Thank you, he whispered, tears streaming down his face. I will never let you down again. As he held his daughter for the first time, Vine watched him, her heart softening. Forgiveness wasn't easy, but seeing the length he had gone to, she knew they could rebuild what was broken together.